From public praise to political fallout, the relationship between Donald Trump and Elon Musk has unraveled faster than anyone expected.
Just a few days ago, Elon was in the Oval Office. Trump gave him a key to the White House. He said all these nice things. In February, Elon tweeted, "I love Donald Trump as much as a straight man can love another man." They couldn't quit each other. It was like Wolfpack Mountain with these two. And now it's all gone, and battle lines are being drawn.
But political bromances don't always end in harmony, especially when they crash head-on into a bill.
So they asked Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt about it, and she dodged that question like her boss did the draft.
How mad do you think President Trump is going to be when he finds out that Elon Musk said, "I'm sorry, but I just can't stand it anymore. This massive, outrageous, pork-filled congressional spending bill is a disgusting abomination. Shame on those who voted for it. You know you did wrong. You know it."
Look, the president already knows.
It started with a tweet and ended with a televised slap. Donald Trump and Elon Musk, once allies, now openly clashing over a bill that was supposed to unify them. Jimmy Kimmel didn't just highlight the fallout, he detonated it. Karoline Leavitt tried to cover for the president, but what followed was a media storm, a policy mess, and a feud that just might shake the MAGA machine from the inside. And that's only the beginning. All the moments you're about to see are drawn from verified public sources, televised clips, official statements, and real events. This video is built to inform, not to distort. Now let's take a closer look.
There's no plan, unless you consult the MAGAverse, in which case there is and was definitely a plan.
I think he's had a plan all along, David. I think we're seeing it play out.
This was his strategy all along.
This was the plan all along.
Was that his plan all along? It certainly looks like it.
This is the plan that he was pursuing all along.
I mean, you're watching the art of the deal in real time here.
Well, if that was the plan, congratulations, because in 1 week the plan lost $6 trillion and every country in the world hates us now.
If you've ever wondered what a $6 trillion mistake sounds like, this might be it. Jimmy didn't just mock the plan, he echoed what many around the world were already thinking. A strategy that no one could explain, except maybe in meme form. And yet, here it was, defended as deliberate, calculated, and according to Trump, part of the art of the deal. For viewers watching at home, it was hard not to laugh at the absurdity, even while feeling the weight of the consequences. If this really was the plan all along, you'll want to stick around. Hit like, tap subscribe. The fallout's just beginning.
Trump's all over the place. Look at China. Over the past 48 hours, the tariffs he put on China have gone from 20% to 104% to now he says at least 145%. He's calling out numbers like he's working a bingo hopper or something. There's no plan. Let's be honest. Even Donald Trump, not only doesn't he have a plan, he doesn't understand why he did this. Maybe he did it to distract us from all the other horrible stuff. Maybe he did it to distract us from the fact that they're deporting college students and firing the people in charge of fighting disease and fires.
The comparison to a bingo machine might have earned laughs, but it also captured the disorientation many were feeling. Tariffs jumping from 20% to 145% in just days weren't just numbers, they were headline shocks. Jimmy didn't need to explain the absurdity. The crowd's laughter did that for him. And for millions watching at home, that uncertainty was no longer funny. It was familiar. But chaos over tariffs was just the opening act. Now hold on, because the next move in this chaos, it's not about tweets. It's about space, power, and $22 billion on the line.
See, we've got a big, beautiful brouhaha titled Trump versus Musk that is trouble in Scam-a-lot, folks. I mentioned last night that within 72 hours of exiting his role as Doge-bag-in-chief, Elon Musk has been waging Twitter war against Trump's budget. Musk was reportedly butthurt, and yes, they did use that word. It is a quote about some of the stuff that's in the bill.
What started as a big and beautiful bill has exploded into a big and beautiful brawl. Jimmy's sarcasm may raise eyebrows, but the facts behind the feud are very real. Musk's open rejection of the bill wasn't just a tweet storm. It marked the beginning of a sharp split between two once-aligned figures. According to the New York Times, Musk felt betrayed by how the bill gutted EV tax incentives and poured billions into legacy sectors. Trump, in turn, saw the criticism as a personal attack on his comeback agenda. The political fallout just beginning. And as Jimmy hinted,
He started tweeting responses to each statement Trump made about him in real time. He said Trump was lying. He said that without him, Trump would have lost the election. Trump then posted that Elon was wearing thin. He asked him to leave, and he went crazy. Trump threatened to terminate Musk's government contracts.
For business as usual. What started as a policy disagreement has now turned into a tit-for-tat spectacle between two of the most outspoken figures in American public life. Trump's suggestion to cancel federal contracts with Musk, spanning agencies like NASA and the Department of Defense, isn't just political theater. According to a Reuters report from June 2025, SpaceX currently holds over $22 billion in active government contracts. And with Musk reportedly considering pausing key missions, including the Dragon spacecraft program, this feud could ripple far beyond social tweet.
But the real truth is Musk is mad about the things that affect him, like cutting the electric vehicle tax credit, not using his company Starlink for air traffic control, and that they pulled his friend's nomination for head of NASA. What Elon Musk cares about is Elon Musk.
And while Trump and Musk kept firing shots at each other online, the rest of the world, they were feeling the real impact. Because quietly, almost as if slipped in during the chaos, the new 50% tariffs on steel and aluminum had already kicked in.
We have a new round of randomly levied tariffs. This morning, the White House doubled tariffs on aluminum and steel. Well, he did promise to stop the steel. And the president has now slapped a 50% tariff on metals. Experts say higher prices for us are inevitable. We should expect to pay more for construction, for cars, even appliances. He's taking us to the cleaners, literally. Soon we will not be able to afford a washer or dryer.
After the escalating feud with Elon Musk and the chaos surrounding his so-called Big Beautiful Bill, Trump turned his attention back to one of his oldest plays, tariffs. As Jimmy joked, he's taking us to the cleaners, literally. With 50% tariffs now slapped on steel and aluminum, experts say Americans should brace for rising costs, from cars and canned goods to washers and soda cans. CBS News confirms the impact. Up to $3,000 more per car, $10,900 more per home, and price hikes on everyday items. Trump calls it strategy, but from Jimmy's view, it looks more like a financial landmine. So as expected, Karoline Leavitt was quick to speak up, as she often does, offering a full-throated defense of the president's decision.
Because this is a president who doesn't just talk the talk, he walks the walk too, and he's delivering on his promises to bolster our steel and aluminum industries in this country and to protect those jobs. If not for this president, that steel plant in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania would have closed. Those jobs would have been lost, and the president saved that company, he saved those jobs, and he's saving that community, and that's the intention of the steel tariffs, which
It's a pattern we've come to recognize. Whenever Trump faces economic backlash or policy scrutiny, Karoline Leavitt steps forward, not just as a spokesperson, but as a staunch defender of his vision. Her message this time was no different. Steel tariffs at 50%. Karoline says it's a win for America. But what do you think? Smart move or political theater? Tell us below. But while Karoline praised the president's economic wins, Jimmy Kimmel couldn't help but point out what was really grabbing Trump's attention behind the scenes.
But what does he focus on? I'll tell you what he's focused on. Shower heads.
You wash your hands, and in my case, I like to take a nice shower to take care of my beautiful hair. I have to stand under the shower for 15 minutes till it gets wet. It comes out drip, drip, drip. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it comes out drip, drip, drip. I believe that's how Stormy described it, too.
From tariffs to talking points, the messaging came fast. And once again, like clockwork, Karoline stepped up. Loyal, prepared, always ready to defend the president, sometimes even before the full story is out. But what exactly did she say this time? Stick around, because her carefully worded response might tell us more than it lets on.
So what does the president think about what Elon Musk said?
Well, the president is very proud of the One Big Beautiful Bill, and he wants to see it pass. He wants the Senate to get to work on it and send it to his desk as quickly as possible. Of course, as you know, Elon Musk announced last night his departure as an official special government employee from the Trump administration. We thank him for his service. We thank him for getting Doge off of the ground, and the efforts to cut waste, fraud, and abuse will continue.
Even after Elon Musk publicly cut ties and denounced the bill, Karoline Leavitt wasted no time stepping in. While Musk stepped out, Karoline stepped up, reaffirming Trump's full support for the Big Beautiful Bill and brushing aside Musk's departure with a polished thank you. In her words, the mission continues, with or without him.
President Trump is in the process of rebalancing America's trading agreements with the entire world, bringing tens of billions of dollars in tariff revenues to our country, and finally ending the United States of America from being ripped off. These judges are threatening to undermine the credibility of the United States on the world stage.
Another press moment, another Karoline defense. Is this loyalty or just damage control? With Elon out of the picture and critics circling, Karoline pivoted quickly, defending not just the bill, but Trump's broader economic vision. To her, this wasn't just about policy. It was about restoring strength on the global stage.
President Trump has secured more investments in the United States of America in 100 days than Joe Biden did in 4 years. President Trump is America's businessman in chief, and that's why these trillions of dollars in investments are flooding to our country.
Even as headlines swirled and partnerships frayed, Karoline stayed on message. To her, Trump wasn't weathering a backlash. He was leading a revival. In her words, the president had delivered more investment in 100 days than his predecessor did in 4 years, cementing his role as America's businessman in chief. But when those same claims reached late-night airwaves, the reaction was less generous. Jimmy, as always, had a different kind of report card to offer.
It's been an historic 100 days. Some would say prehistoric. It is difficult to give Trump's first 100 days a grade, but if I had to, I'd say it falls somewhere between F and U. This is a dangerous person. This is a stupid person. And that's a bad combination. And I think what we're forgetting, I keep forgetting it, and I have to keep reminding myself, is he's not just running for president. He's running to stay out of prison.
But in true form, just as Jimmy finished his punchline, Karoline stepped back in, ready to defend.
About time we have a president in the Oval Office who is putting the world on notice. The phones have been ringing off the hook, wanting to talk to this administration, this president and his trade team to try to strike a deal. And it's because the world knows that they need the United States of America. They need our markets, they need our consumer. The president has a lot of leverage on his side because he has the best economy and the best country in the world that he leads, and he knows that. And it's about dang time we finally have a president who uses that economic leverage to benefit American workers.
Once again, Karoline didn't hesitate to speak up. In her eyes, Trump wasn't just signing tariffs. He was sending shockwaves through global trade, phones ringing off the hook, deals waiting to be made, and leverage flowing like a campaign rally chant. And maybe she's right. Maybe the world really is watching. But if this whole saga has shown us anything, it's that when Trump and Elon Musk go to war over who gets to save America, the only thing ringing louder than the phones is the laughter from late night. From Elon Musk's public fallout with Donald Trump, to the controversial 50% steel and aluminum tariffs, to Karoline Leavitt's consistent defense of the administration, this story makes one thing clear. Under Trump, every policy move becomes a headline, and every headline sparks a deeper divide. This video highlights publicly aired commentary from Jimmy Kimmel about the ongoing clash between Donald Trump and Elon Musk, and Karoline Leavitt's response to it. Whether you support it or question it, everything you've just seen is real, recorded, broadcast, and now brought together to give you the full picture. And if you found this breakdown insightful, stay tuned. The next chapter may be even more revealing. Feel free to subscribe. Thanks for watching.